guys? Chris Honda here. Got another video for you. This is the long-awaited video that I put out like a couple of months back. My friend Chris over here. What's up, Chris? He was nice enough to let me do a video and a quick ride along with the the Caterham Super 7. I don't know why I said Lotus, but is it Lotus suspension though, right?
It's basically a Lotus. So Colin Chapman from Lotus designed and built this car in 1957. Was the first time it was made. If you know anything about Lotus, Colin Chapman famously said, "Simplify and add lightness." He wanted to build a very light sports car that was affordable, that didn't have a lot of moving parts to it. You could build at your house. So the Lotus 7 was a kit car that he sold starting in 1957. When you bought it, it came in pieces in a box, and you picked what drivetrain you wanted and put it in the car, and built the car from there. It came with disassembly instructions, because if it came with assembly instructions, you would have had to pay the taxes for building a vehicle.
Wow,
there
that's
in England.
insane.
So, it came with disassembly instructions, so you would follow it backwards in order to build the car, and then you'd have a very lightweight sports car. In 1973, a Lotus dealer located in Caterham, England, wanted the rights to build the 7 from then on, because Colin Chapman was getting away from building the 7 and moving on to other vehicles. So that Lotus dealership bought the rights and tooling and the engineering to be able to build the 7 from then on. So Caterham, who built this one in '94, is the manufacturer. It is truly a Lotus 7, continued on by
Caterham.
Yeah, continued by Caterham. So.
And then I know there's a lot of different manufacturers of this type of car. I mean,
yeah,
but
so
Caterham is
they're the true
only
continuance of the Lotus 7. But you could buy like a Westfield or a Rodus or a Superformance, GBS. There's a lot of different manufacturers that make kit cars that is very similar to the Lotus.
But I believe this right here, this is the king. This is the original Caterham. As you've seen on Top Gear, I've seen the Snake drifting this on all 4 wheels. It's amazing. And this car's got no driver aids, right?
No, there's nothing in it. There's no power steering, there's no power brakes. There's really nothing that will save you in this car. When I was an instructor, I had a customer asking me about the Ferrari 488 and had to turn off all the switches, and I told him, this is completely off, and he said, "Oh, so it's you and God." And that's very much this car. There's nothing that's going to save you. You have to have kind of all the skill level to be able to control something like this at 10/10.
Absolutely, and this is a true driver's car. I mean, super light. And let's go into the specs of the. Actually, first let's talk about how you got it in, how they got it in here. Where did you get this? Where you purchased it?
So I bought this from an owner in Florida who imported it. He's in the Air Force, so when the military comes back from other countries, they can usually bring back a single car. And so he brought this back. It was built in the factory at Caterham Cars originally. It was not a kit, it was an actual factory built model. And that's where it came from. I bought it in September. I only drove it a couple times. Then the engine came out of it so that we could check out the oil leaks and go over kind of everything, because it is '94, it's a 30-year-old car. Just make sure it's all good to go, safe for the track, autocross, stuff like that. And then I got it back probably only 3 weeks ago.
Very nice. And what kind of stuff was repaired on it, like rear main seal, stuff like that?
Rear main seal was where the main oil leak was coming from. There was a slight oil leak at the gear oil at the bottom of the transmission, just because it doesn't come with a drain plug, so the previous owner added a drain plug. And so it was leaking a little bit from there, and that was fixed. There's a completely new belt, tensioner, pulleys, all that's brand new on the car. Sealant where sealant needs to be. There's anti-heat wrap and stuff in different places.
Very nice.
It's all good.
Everything. So we're in top 5 condition for this car now.
Yeah, I mean, even down to the frame. There was some rust on the frame. He painted it, fixed all that. So
very nice.
Some welds and stuff. So it's all good.
Oh wow! So this thing got well gone over, and everything is good to go. So now, Chris, tell us about the specs of this Super 7, man. What kind of motor we have, and what stage of Caterham is this? Because I know there's different stages.
So this is a '94 Caterham Super 7, and it has the HPC label at the end, which people say stands for High Performance Course or High Performance Caterham. So this is basically, when you bought it, the highest trim level you could buy at the time, other than a JPE model. The motor is a Vauxhall. Vauxhall is one of the motors that they use for the Caterhams. It's been many different motors over the course of the Lotus 7's lifetime. This one has a Vauxhall. It's a C20XE. Still used in race cars over in England as far as I'm concerned. This one, particular one, was built by Swindon Race Engines. There were three levels you could buy of the Swindon motor at this time. It was, I can't remember exactly, it was like 215 horsepower, somewhere around 225, and this was 235. This one down at 238 at the crank.
This thing's insane, and it's a 2-liter, right? Or
yeah, it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder.
2-liter 4-cylinder, pumping out 238. That's really good. And just to let you guys know, Swindon is where the Type R was being made. So a little Honda fact there. So let's go around it. Chris, just show us a couple of things like the under the hood, and we're gonna go through the interior afterwards. So right now we got the ITG crazy filter. Is this individual throttle bodies? That's why it's nice and long, the filter. Wow, ITBs off the bat. So we all know what kind of power this makes. I mean, for a 4-cylinder running 238, that's, you know, like that's Honda power, you know, that type of 4-cylinder. But a Vauxhall, man, really cool fucking motor. And look at the way the top comes off. And I love how the yellow is with the Vauxhall. Look at those headers are nice. That header is really nice. Look how thick that is. Comes out a little tiny battery. Do we have a heater in here?
This one does not have a heater spec with it, nope.
So no heater, no AC.
No,
We're just straight race car on this, man. And this ITG air filter is insane. Going through this car, and look at that, serviced and maintained by, woohoo! So as far as parts, Chris, is it hard to find parts for this vehicle?
The motor is technically a GM motor, but there's no real equivalence in America to the Vauxhall. So there are a couple of aftermarket parts companies that still make parts for this motor, gaskets and stuff like that. SBK Motors, shout out to them. They supply parts for this car. And QED, they also help me with parts over in England. So for the engine, it all has to pretty much come from over there. There are a couple bolts that we're able to find and source a GM equivalent here at like AutoZone. Cool. But other than that, like any of the internals is pretty much from over there.
We're either going UK or I believe Australia has a big Vauxhall thing, right?
And then the gearbox is a Ford Sierra gearbox from the early 90s.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That is a Ford gearbox to 5-speed. The dry sump in this car is actually in the bell housing. So right in the bell housing is where all the oil kind of sits.
Nice. And that Sierra is, I believe, that's the that's the Kazi equivalent back for the high performance Fords, right?
Possibly. It's a Type 9 gearbox. So.
Type 9. And it's a 5-speed?
Yeah, 5-speed.
5-speed. So we're gonna go into look how cool those little side mirrors are, into the interior. We got a nice little Momo steering wheel in there, probably a 12-inch, super short gears. And we've got our compound tires on this. And then if we can see just the quick little trunk that it has in the back, the boot, absolutely the boot. Yeah. And then we got a helmet in there. Yeah. And definitely Chris drives this with a helmet in the car so that, you know, we don't get no rock chips and stuff. But we are gonna go on a quick ride along, and somebody's gonna have to help me get in there because my old ass is it'll be hard to get in there. So Chris is gonna button up the car real quick, and then we're gonna jump in there, and I'll have somebody assist me in getting in there, let the old man get in there. So we'll just watch Chris put this cool bonnet in there, man. Look at that. And then it goes over that, and then you got the little clips that go in there. It's amazing how this car is built, man. Everything is like just for driving. Thank God there's these fenders there, because imagine like doing 60, 70 miles an hour and your elbow hits the tire. Ouch, that would be crazy.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, British built, so it's kind of sketchy, but
well, you got the little British Union Jack there. So, all right, we're gonna stop this video, and then I'm gonna jump in the car, and then we're gonna go for a quick ride, and then hopefully I don't drop my phone. We are now in the Caterham. Got the side exhaust right there. We're about to go for a quick ride, and holy cow, man, this is definitely not made for a fat person, because it was hard for me to get in there. Chris had to go in there and try to get me out. We got all our cars over here. We're at Speed Vegas, as you can see. We're gonna do a quick ride along, and I gotta really hold on to my phone. Hopefully Chris doesn't get us sideways too much.
Yeah, this thing is 1,200 pounds.
1,200 pounds.
238 horsepower, so it's about 440 horsepower per ton.
So basically a motorcycle on 4 wheels. So here we go. Nice little gauge cluster there. I love that Momo.
You good?
Yep, let's do it. Just don't kill us, man.
I'm trying not to.
Woo! We're out of here. Ooh, straight cut gears, baby.
Yeah.
Speed Vegas. Woo! Oh my God, this thing's like a go-kart. is a Caterham for you guys, only on my channel. Chris. Chris, thank you, man.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, probably couldn't hear anything while all that was going on, but
Yeah, we're gonna try to do some editing magic on some of that stuff, but holy cow, that was amazing. You're definitely living when you're at the edge of death. Thank you, guys. Well, we're back from that crazy Mexico ride. That thing was insane. Chris, thanks again for definitely giving us a ride and doing a beautiful video on this long-awaited freaking Caterham Super 7. Holy cow, sounds really good. Especially when he hits that gas and that the gear changes are instant, man. Like power all on as soon as you get into it. And it definitely feels like it's got variable valve timing, because once he gets on that, it feels like VTEC kicks in. And man, that exhaust sounds amazing. So guys, only on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and hit that bell. Like my daughter would say, whack that subscribe button. Peace out.